So welcome. First things first, we're so pleased to have you all here. My name is Susan Anderson. I'm the Director of Marketing and Admissions here at the International College, and you will have seen a number of emails from me recently about accepting your studies here at Robert Gordon. David, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you're studying?
Okay. My name is David. Hi, everyone. Good morning, everyone. My name is David. I'm originally Nigerian, but right now I'm in the UK studying corporate communications and public affairs. I finished from University of Benin in Nigeria. I studied English and literature. Right now I'm doing my master's in Robert Gordon University, corporate communications and public affairs. And it's been so nice since I started here. Yeah.
Excellent. And David will introduce himself a little bit more and what his project is during his presentation today. So please do share in the chat if there's anybody else that's studying corporate communications and public affairs, or if you're studying engineering or computing, share with us your subject in the chat section. So today we're going to cover lots of different things about what it's like to study here in Aberdeen, what the environment like, what the buildings and the facilities are like, and we're also going to share with you about what to do next and preparing for your visa. So first things first, while everyone gets situated, I want to introduce you some of our former students that have studied here at ICRGU to give you an idea about what it's like studying here with us. So let's get to meet them now. Hopefully the video will play. While it thinks about it, let's see. All right. You gotta love IT. Hopefully there's somebody here that can fix this for us when they come. Okay. Let's evacuate that plan and I will get the video for you. This is what I was telling David this morning. I was like, always have this ready in the background so that you can be ready to show it should your presentation decide not to work. Yep. That happens to me often, even though I do this so many times. So let's start again, shall we?
No, shall.
And we will show it.
So I chose ICRGU mostly because it was good to get a place where I know I'll definitely get like support.
Laying foundations for the course in RGU.
The support I got from the staff, I would say, was very, very good.
They help us with a lot of problems, and then BRPs, visa. It feels welcoming as an international student.
ICRGU is like a family to me. They help me a lot.
They helped me even in my personal needs and academic needs.
All the teachers were calm, they took their time explaining things, they're all wonderful.
ICRGU is somewhere in between college and RGU. It's quite nice because in a way we're learning the same things as the RGU, but we're in smaller groups. In that way we understand it better.
The facilities, lots and lots of facilities. We don't see these in Africa.
Yeah, we can get access to any labs at any time.
They have everything here, so I don't need to worry about a thing.
Being into like a really international mixed environment is actually really nice. So you get to know a lot of people from different countries, from different places around the world. It's very interesting.
The international students I had in ICRGU, we were friends till the end.
I made a lot of friends here, some that I think will be my lifelong friends.
ICRGU played a big role in me performing at the highest standards in my first year and also carrying on till the end. So RGU played a very, very big part in who I am today, and also giving me the opportunity to work in the place I love a lot.
It's really a friendly and comfortable environment, so nothing to be afraid of, really.
If you want to experience education at a very, very, very comfortable environment, this is it.
I would definitely recommend ICRGU to anybody that wants to come.
You will gain a lot compared to anywhere else. Trust me.
I cannot help but smile when I watch that video, as I know all of those students. And I've known them for years. Some of them are undergraduate students that have continued on their studies, and some are postgraduate students who have gone on to do great things at the university. So I'm really pleased to actually have a really easy job today where I can hand over to David to give you the real life student experience. So while he's setting himself up to share his screen, he'll be sharing with you the presentation today on lots of different items. But do feel free, if you think we want to cover something, put it in the chat. We'll be able to ask questions throughout and at the end, and he'll be able to start his presentation from the beginning. So if you pop back to the start, then you'll be able to show you all of the different pieces that we're going to talk through today. So over to you, David.
Hi, everyone. My name is David. I am a graduate of English and Literature from the University of Benin in Nigeria. I'm originally Nigerian, but right now I'm currently studying Corporate Communications and Public Affairs in Robert Gordon University. So far so good. It's been wonderful since I started. I'll just tell you about the placements, my RGU placement. I'm currently on placement with ICRGU. One of the beautiful things about RGU is the fact that they give you a chance to develop. They give you a chance to have like an experience, a work experience, sort of. Like, so far so good. They give you relevant practical experiences during your postgraduate study. Once you're studying for your masters, you're going to have go to placement. Some of my friends are working with oil companies right now, but me, I chose to work with ICRGU because I have learned so much since I started working with Susie. Since I started working with her, she has taught me so much. This is one of the chances you get to have once you are in ICRGU. So long you come to ICRGU, definitely go to RGU. So let's go to the next slide. Scottish University of the Year. When I was applying, I was back home in Nigeria. I was trying to apply. One of the things I saw that attracted me to RGU, Robert Gordon University, is the fact I saw Scottish University of the Year. Immediately I saw Scottish University of the Year, I was like, oh, this is where I'm going to. No stories. This is where I am going to. I didn't move around. I was like, no movement. Anyway, I'm stopped here. I just applied. I did all my applications. I did everything, and it was nice for me coming here, because going to Scottish University of the Year, definitely it is one of the highly ranked schools. That tells you you have an edge over others that goes to other schools that are not well ranked in the UK. So coming here, it was actually very good for me. And no regrets whatsoever since I joined. Let me go back. I don't know if anybody can just type in what ICRGU is. If anybody knows what ICRGU is, I'll just give you like 10-15 seconds to tell me. I'll be reading the chat to see if anybody's answering. What is ICRGU? Anybody? What is ICRGU? Okay, it's fine. If nobody's answering, I'll tell you. Oh, thank you, Ali. Thank you, Tawa, Kalitu. Thank you so much. So ICRGU is International College Robert Gordon University. It's just the same as Robert Gordon University itself. ICRGU is an institution that offers additional entry points into Robert Gordon University, both at the undergraduate and postgraduate level. Today, we're not dealing with the undergraduate level, focusing on the postgraduate right now. ICRGU offers transition into RGU. Like, if it gives you, ICRGU helps you to move on to RGU. Once you're in ICRGU, you're definitely going to RGU for sure. The pre-masters at ICRGU, it is 10 weeks. It's a 10-week duration program. You go through good teaching from quality teachers, and you have access to 30 MSc programs, 30 programs. And it's a single visa in the sense that the same visa you use in coming to the UK, that is the same visa that will last, that will use for your pre-masters and your masters. So long you're coming in, this is the same visa you get while coming into It's not like you could go, come, you finish your pre-masters, you go home and come. No, like the same visa you use in coming for your pre-masters is what you're going to use during your masters itself. Pre-masters, the modules for your pre-masters, there are 3 important modules for students. Like, except for the engineering students, I think Susan will be telling the engineering student the modules they will use. But other students, if you're not an engineering student, these 3 modules are the important modules you use: critical thinking for postgraduate study, interactive learning and communication skills, and management. Those are the 3 important modules. Don't forget the 3 important modules you use while you're in our ICRGU. Why ICRGU and RGU? Guaranteed, I said it before that definitely once you come to ICRGU, you definitely go to RGU. Guaranteed academic progression to RGU MSc programs. I'm saying this because after successfully completing your ICRGU Pre-Masters, you will move on to RGU. So there's like 96% of students that coming through ICRGU gets to move on to RGU, because after successfully going through 10 weeks duration course, you're definitely going to move on to the next place. You have like supportive learning environment. I don't even need to say too much about this. Like, once you're here, you definitely feel it. Like, the environment is very, very good for you to learn. Like, there are so many things you can learn. You have the library, so many places you can learn. You have the library. You have all the facilities in the school. It tells you like this is like the best place for you to learn in the UK. Quality teaching. I was opportunity to talk to so many ICRGU students. I didn't go through ICRGU. I was opportunity to talk to so many ICRGU students, and I was like, how has it been so far? All of them keep telling me the same thing. The teachers are wonderful. Like, the teachers are like the best. So far, so good. Everybody I met one-on-one, I had to discuss with them. As a placement student, I did an interaction with so many students, and many of them told me the same thing. The teachers are nice. Quality teaching, same thing I was saying, the teachers are excellent. Excellent teaching facilities and laboratories, like all the labs, everything we have in Robert Gordon University, it is excellent, it is top-notch. Sports facilities and other campus facilities are top-notch. The sports facilities is just so sad I can't share all the pictures I took, because if I'm sharing all the pictures I took, I'm going to be using more than 30 minutes allocated to me. Like, I have so many pictures. I wish I can share them one-on-one with you. All the facilities in the schools are top-notch. Direct contact with teachers, small class size. The small class size gives you direct contact with teachers. All the classes as for your post-study, for your pre-masters, the highest number of students in your class is going to be like 20. So the teachers can definitely meet with you one-on-one. They know your problem. They can help you through whatever problems you have. They are going to help you through them. That's why they have a small class size. If you're having any issues with school, the teachers are going to guide you through and make you a better student. The Turnitin advantage, I'm going to tell you like this. There's this thing about us let me use myself as an example. I'm a Nigerian. There's this thing about us in Nigeria. We tend to take things from Google and just copy and paste. This school will teach you how to not to depend on just Google, just go online, copy, paste. I did like when I was in my first semester, I had issues. Like, I had a course, marketing, I had an F in the course. The reason why I had an F, the lecturer told me that it was because my Turnitin was too high and my referencing was bad. My referencing was very bad. If I had gone through ICRGU, I wouldn't have that problem, because all my friends that came in through ICRGU, they had no problem of such. It was very easy for them. Most of them had A's, but I had an F. No, I don't feel bad about it. It's because I didn't know about it. When I was coming from Nigeria, I just know, I just take things online. When I just see, I just pick up stuff and I just copy, paste. But when you come to ICRGU, they'll teach you how to paraphrase, how to reference, how to And I think one of the reference we have in Nigeria, the way we reference in Nigeria is not the way they reference here. You have to learn, you have to Turnitin is a solution is a program that promotes academic integrity, streamline grading and feedbacks, deters plagiarism and improves student outcome. Definitely, but right now I did the same course. I did another course again. Now that I know about how to do the referencing and everything, I got an A, and that's like so this is like the facility, this is the campus. We have beautiful structures. It's just, I can't, too many, with time, I have just 30 minutes, so I'm trying to rush. You can see I'm trying to rush. We have so many buildings. We have School of Engineering, we have School of Computing, Pharmacy, Life Science, School of Health, Nursing, Midwifery, ICRGU, we have Union, the RGU Union, we have RGU Sports, Aberdeen Business School, School of Creative and Cultural Business. That is where I am. That is my own faculty. They have the Law School, the Great School of Art. Beautiful buildings. I wish you can take your time. Okay, with time, you see there's a slide I have. This is the RGU Sports. This is a video I took when I was in school. Oh, sorry, what have I done? Oof. Yep. Why is it not playing? Yeah. This is RGU Sports. And see the RGU Sports. They have beautiful facilities. I don't know if you know this wall climbing stuff. They have beautiful facilities here. This is RGU Union. They say all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Like most times, students just go in there. It's a very big room where you can play games. You can play whatever games you want, PS5, PS4, whatever. I just go in there sometimes to just have fun. If you can see, this is my picture. I'm just here. Look at me playing. When you guys are around, once you're in the UK and you meet me, just call me anytime. Let's play snooker. Let's have fun. So now I'm going to show you. I'm going to do like a virtual tour and show you some part of the building of the school. Let's try. Just give me like 2 seconds. Let me give you this. So this building. Yeah. Let me go to the library at first. This is the library. We have so many beautiful things. I can't even show you everything today. Like if I want to show you, that means we're just going to be here from morning till evening, which will be too. I'm going to show you just some parts of the school. Like look at, there are so many things you can see. You can actually go online yourself anytime you're free. You can go online, check out just go for a virtual tour of the school. You got beautiful teachers and everything. This is a food court. If you want to eat, we have like best, whatever food you want to eat. Actually, we have African stores around it, but you see pictures of me eating African food because I actually love my African food though. I don't joke with my African food. Let me see, let me go back and show you like another. Let me go to where my own department is. This is my own department. Yep. Let me play a video for you, just like 2 seconds video. This is the school of, this is where my own department is for. You have all the facilities, whatever facilities you want actually is actually here in RGU. Let me show you another building. I think once you're free, just have your time. Once you have your time, just go around, check through the school. Like this is as you can see, let me just go back to the presentation and show to you. From current slide, yeah. So living in Aberdeen, let me go to living in Aberdeen now. Living in Aberdeen has been very, very good for me personally. I'll use from my own point of view. Living in Aberdeen has been wonderful. The people of Aberdeen, they are as nice as anything. They don't have this discrimination or anything. They are so nice. I went through, there's a place they call Woman Hill here. Once when I came in, it was during the COVID and everything. I did 10 days isolation. When we came out of isolation, I didn't have an apartment. There was nowhere for me to stay. I had to go around. I met a man. I just met this man and I was like, sorry, sir, please, I'm looking for an apartment. To get an apartment in the UK, you need a guarantor. This man does not know me from Adam. He knows me, he does not even know me at all. And this man was ready to be my guarantor for someone you just met. Like, okay, it's fine, just put in my name. He gave me his name, he gave me his email, and I gave it to the landlord, the person that got me an apartment, and I got the apartment. Till now, till date, like this man has just been, he's just someone that has been very, very nice to me. Till now, he still contacts me and say, hey David, what's up, how are you? I hope you're good. He calls me over during Christmas, would you come to my house for? I was like, wow, this man just took interest in me for someone I don't know. So many times, at times, you'll be going on the road, you're lost, you don't know where you're going to. You just meet somebody and say, please, I'm going to, and this person will just be like, if you can see this picture where I'm in, this was a place, I was going for a job in Amazon, Port Lenton. I met this man. I was on the road, like I was stranded. I didn't know where I was going to. I was, sometimes the map will not help you well. And this man was like, where are you going to? I told him I'm going to Amazon. He was like, come in, join me. From nowhere. This is something like, I know some people, like, it happens everywhere, but this is somebody I don't know from nowhere. And he took me in, helped me. He made sure I was inside. When I got inside, that was when he left me. The next one says accommodation in Aberdeen. Okay. As compared to other cities in the UK, I'll tell you accommodation in Aberdeen is like the best. No lies. No, I'm not trying to just cajole you. Accommodation is in Aberdeen. My friend stays in Manchester. I always go to Manchester. Many times I go to Manchester to go and chill with my friends. My friend stays in Manchester. And my price, I stay in a 2-bedroom flat here. Me and one of my guys stay together. I stay in a 2-bedroom flat. I pay, the money I pay, my friend in Manchester pays ×3 of what I pay here. Like, that is what my friend pays in Manchester. See, like, he's always complaining because it's just the same. We get like almost the same pay. But I can pay for my own rent comfortably. But he's always struggling. Sometimes he calls me and says, David, I beg, send me small. Man, face your pay your rent yourself. Like, he's one chose to go to Manchester. Me, I came here, I decided to come to Aberdeen, and so far so good. It's been very, very nice. Great accessible healthcare. So long you've done your IHS, you've paid for your immigration surcharge, like you have, and you've registered for the doctor, you can go into just go into the health center. They'll give you drugs if you're sick. That's one of the things about the UK. So nice, like, which I wish we can actually have in a place like my country, Nigeria. Aberdeen is spacious and not crowded. I've gone to using myself. I've gone to Manchester. I saw the crowd and I'm like, why? Like, why is there so much crowd here? I went to a mall one time. There was crowd. We had to jam pack ourselves. Which, if Aberdeen is a place like you can raise your family here. Me myself, I would like to stay here to raise my own family. I wouldn't want to go anywhere. This is a city where I love. I actually love the fact that you can move about. The security-wise, it is. I work at night. The work I do, there are so many jobs you can actually do once you're here. I do a work where I work at night. So far, so good. Since I've been working, I've not seen anybody come to meet me and say, hey, you give me your phone, no, nothing of such has happened to me. It has happened to my friend who stays in Manchester. So many times boys will just come with knives and say, but yeah, it does not happen. Like, since I've been moving about with friends, nobody has ever complained and told me I was robbed or anything. No, I don't think anything like that. Diverse and inclusive city. Diverse and inclusive means everyone, regardless of who they are or what they do, feel equally involved and supported. Everyone is accepted here, like black, white, whatever, like you're accepted in this city. Aberdeen is a city that accepts everybody. Nobody discriminates or anything. Good food, you see my picture, like whatever food you want. Yeah, we have the Asians, the Africa, whatever food you want, Africans, whatever food you like, you have it here. I eat my normal Nigerian food. It's not like I'm missing home. This is like home away from home for me. Like when I want to eat pounded yam, I go to a particular store around Union Street. They have different shops actually, restaurants where you can eat. But I have my particular restaurant I go to. I go there and I enjoy my normal Nigerian food. So it's not like I'm missing home that much at all. Everything is just normal. This is okay. I had an interview with former ICRGU student president. His interview is actually on YouTube right now. You can go watch it. She told me beautiful things about, I cannot even write out all the things she told me. She told me very nice stuff about ICRGU. I would advise you go on YouTube and check out. I think there's a link, the link somewhere. She told me ICRGU is like a home to her. When she told me, I was like, wow, are you serious? This, I wish you can just go on YouTube and check yourself and see them. Yeah, when you search on YouTube, you search interview with ICRGU Patricia. Just check. Her name is Patricia Innocent. So just search on YouTube, interview with ICRGU Patricia. You should see it. Once you're done here, you can just go on YouTube and search. This was my trip to Manchester. I went to see that my friend that is always complaining about Manchester. He has actually been here, and he was comparing prices of everything we pay for. Everything you buy here is ×3 in Manchester. Whatever you like, normal things we buy around in Manchester is like ×2, ×3 thereabouts. This is my trip to Manchester. We have so many hangout spots. Like me now, I'm a church boy. I go to church. I'm always in church. I attend reading here. Normally at home I'm for Square, but here in the UK I attend routine, just like the same normal Nigeria routine. Like everything is just normal. I went to Manchester. This is me in Manchester. You can listen. Like I'm a big Cristiano Ronaldo fan. I don't know if anybody is here who's a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. I mean, I'm a Chelsea fan actually, but I love Cristiano Ronaldo. That one is, I can't even change that. That one is part of me. It was the reason why I said I'm going to Manchester. My next movement is I'm going to London. I'm going to Stamford Bridge. Like that is where I want to go to. I can't wait to go there myself. Let me play the next video for you. This is me and my friends. This is my friend that's always complaining. This is another of my friend that stays in Glasgow. This is my friend. So it's just us having fun. Every time there's train trips to Inverurie. I was coming from a job in this place. I went to do a job. They call it in Deflex. I went to do a job in Inverurie. So I just took the train. It's been fun so far, so good. We have this Codona's Amusement Park. It's a beautiful place. It's just so sad. Like I can't put in all the pictures I have. I have so many pictures of me at Codona's. Like I had fun. I don't know if any of you followed ICRGU on Instagram. You would have seen a video of me playing and doing ball and doing everything. If you are not following them, maybe you should go follow them. ICRGU_students. You see videos. This is me in my African store. Like I'm always in this store eating my normal African food. I eat well. When I go there, I eat well. It's just like me at home. This is me eating my pounded yam with a roll. Like it's not pounded yam, better one. Like the normal African pounded yam. This is they have a music hall if you want to, for music, those are interested in learning music and everything. This was me at the music hall venue. This is Union Square. There's a place called Union Square here. You see beautiful cities, like they have everything. So right now you can pop in any question you have for me. I'll be answering them and I'll leave you with Susie to take over. You can pop in any question you have for me. Thank you.
That is so brilliant, David. Thank you so much. I can always get the feeling that you want to show more. And it's
I wish I had the opportunity of putting more pictures. I'll be so glad to share more pictures.
What will be great is when you guys all travel here in June, when you're studying here, we'll make sure that Mr. David supports us with a campus tour. So he can show you.
I'm so glad to share with them. I'm so glad to take them around and show them all the beautiful cities of Aberdeen and Robert Gordon University.
And just while people are, thinking about their questions for David, and this is somebody that you can ask. This is somebody who is studying here, that's on the campus every day for his studies. So please do ask questions in the chat or use the Q&A section. I can see there's a couple.
I can actually see someone saying, "Keep some pounded yam for me."
Oh yeah.
Maybe who is this Clifford? Once you come in, I owe you a treat. I owe you a treat.
Be careful, because now there's going to be 20 people going, I want David
Right,
to
that's right.
take me
Just
for a treat.
Clifford, just Clifford. Only Clifford.
The food, what's great is that David's giving you a bit of an impression about what it's like to study here, what it's like to live here, and from his real perspective. What I do encourage you to do is in the chat at the side, I have shared the video where he interviews our former ICRGU president, Patricia. That link is there in the chat. And then we also have on there our Instagram handle, which is ICRGU_students that David told you about. In fact, last week, David did a great Instagram takeover. And he showed us a typical day for him. He showed us what he's like, where he's gone, and being on campus. And I think that that's been really helpful. David, for you, was there anything that you think, I wanted to know this before I came to Aberdeen? Was there what did you do when you were doing your research? Where did you look online for more information?
Once it was time for me to come over and to come to RGU, I went online. I checked Google and I checked everything about the city. I knew about the city. Even before I came in, I knew about the city. I knew about the school. So I actually did my research and everything on Google. Once I had done that, I was fine. So it was just perfect for me.
Yeah, and I think going on things like YouTube, Google, and checking out the RGU webpage.
The video you posted today, I've actually seen it on YouTube so many times. Yeah, it's been actually nice.
Fab. And I think also knowing about the location. So you mentioned that you visit your friends down in Manchester.
Yeah.
How did you travel there? Did you travel there on
train? Okay, I actually went on air. It was actually very cheap. There's this app we use. We just go on like Google Flights. It's actually very cheap. To and fro, pay for flights to Manchester or London or wherever you want to go to. £64. You're back to and fro, and you're back to Aberdeen.
It's really cheap.
I'm actually still planning to go to maybe a place like Spain or anywhere around. Actually, that's one of my plans.
Yeah, so Aberdeen has an international airport, and that means that can connect our students in globally, so that they can go to lots of different places. But also, I can see that we've got a lot of people that are coming here from Nigeria. So, David, how did you travel to Aberdeen when you first came, to the city?
Okay, I took a flight from Lagos Airport. From there to London. From London, I came over to Aberdeen. It was a beautiful experience for me so far.
It's really easily connected. So it's your first time?
Yes, it was my first time. So it was very beautiful for me.
And I think what's really great is we're hearing such a positive experience that you've had. There's also a really easy way to travel if you want to go through a slightly less stressful airport than Heathrow. You can also travel via Amsterdam and Paris, which means that you're going through immigration in Aberdeen, and it's a smaller airport. So if anybody is thinking about booking their flights, that's something to consider.
Yeah.
I've got a question in the chat that I'll answer today. It's about our pre-masters scholarships options. So some students are asking about scholarships. So for students that are studying the pre-masters, there's no scholarship for the pre-masters. However, there is a scholarship once you progress into RGU, and that's £2,000. So once you have completed your ICRGU Pre-Masters successfully, you're guaranteed progression into RGU. For you guys starting in June, that will be in September, and you'll receive an automatic £2,000 discount from the RGU MSc tuition fee.
Someone is asking me a question about price of apartment. It depends on, okay, me, I stay in a 2-bedroom flat. I think I pay $550, but a friend of mine that stays in Manchester pays about 1,213. So you see the difference, like almost like times 2, times 3 of my rent. Yeah, that's what they pay over there in Manchester. That's it is.
Absolutely. So at the moment you're in a 2-bedroom flat. So there are smaller ones that are available.
There are small rooms. There are so many small rooms. Yeah.
A couple of things to consider about accommodation as well is there is private and also university accommodation. So let's go ahead and make sure that you're checking out the RGU accommodation options so that you can check to see what's the best price point for you as well. So that's really helpful. So David, we also had a question. How did you move from London to Aberdeen? I guess that's, how did you travel?
I said I did a to and fro flight from London. From everything, I just did everything.
So for our students, I can see some from West Africa.
Somebody's asking how long will it take before I could start working. Okay, immediately I finished from my once I finished from my isolation, I think just about after a week, you have to move around and ask for jobs. I went about to meet someone and I got a place where I am till now. I still work with them, but right now I'm on hold because I'm doing my placement with ICRGU. Once I'm done my placement, I'm back there. I work with them. I work at night. So since I work at night, most of my jobs, it does not clash with my class. So it's actually very good for me. So there are so many jobs you can get here.
So, and just to clarify, so you are eligible to work a maximum of 20 hours per week during your studies.
Yes.
During your holidays, you're welcome to work more, but that's full time. But you do have to, you get information when you enroll with us. We'll give you information on how to get a national insurance number. And also, David, did you ever use the Employability Centre at RGU for help with your CV or any of this?
Yes, we have this app in the Robert Gordon app. When you're submitting your CV, they will review your CV for you, help you rebrand it. The way we write our CVs in a place like Nigeria is not the same way they write CVs here. So they help you. They did everything for me and submitted back to me and gave me a better CV. Right now I have a better CV.
That's really helpful, and definitely use that facility. There is a question about what documents ICRGU will give you for your visa. I'm going to give you some information on that just shortly. We'll give our students some more information on what to do next. I like that. I feel like I'm in Aberdeen already is a comment. And then we have somebody that's asking for information on their conditional and unconditional offer. So if you are still waiting on an update to your offer, please be aware that due to spring break, there has been a delay. And so there is up to 7 working days at the moment for a response. You may find that if you are chasing that you might have to wait for a few days until you get a response from our admissions team, but we are working our way through. Please don't worry, we are continuing to issue CAS all the way through until we can get you here. So don't worry, there's plenty of time for us to support you. As a fresh student, where do you advise I stay before renting a permanent place? So I'm just going to answer that one just quickly, David. So when you are considering traveling, we do recommend that you book somewhere for initial stay. So we tell you, consider booking a short-term lease from the university or a short-term stay in a hotel until you are settled and organized. We don't want you to stress about trying to find accommodation while you're supposed to be studying. So the university does have short summer contracts available that you might want to use, right? Just to get yourself situated. So David, did you stay in a hotel or something when you first came to Aberdeen?
Yes, the school gave us this woman in flat. It was actually a wonderful place. That was where I actually met my present flatmates. That was where we discussed, and from there, I was like, oh, I can actually bond with this guy. That's where I actually met my flatmate, and we decided to take a 2-bedroom flat.
Excellent. Yeah, so you've done exactly that. What I recommend is Go get yourself a short-term summer let on the university, get to meet people. You never know, people on this session might be your future flatmates that you can all share together. And it gives you an option to have somewhere booked before you travel. That's just to make sure it's less stressful when you're coming. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, so I did do it. This is a student that I interviewed the other day. We had some audio issues. I am going to be sending you a new time this week in order for us to do your interview again. So please don't worry, I'll send you a message on that later. I've applied for my pre-masters program for about a month now and no concrete response. Okay, Anthony, I need you to email the admissions inbox today and mark the subject as urgent. ICRGU should have no application longer than 7 days and no documentation longer than 7 days. So to me, that sounds like a problem if you haven't received any information in the past month. So email admissions@ic.rgu.ac.uk. I will send you a message on that just shortly so that you can get that. I was told to go ahead and make payment for my tuition fees. Okay. So I know that there's been some challenges recently, and David, I think you know as well, with Form A and making transfers from Nigeria.
Yeah.
At this. So how did you make your transfers recently, David? Have you been doing that through Western Union or?
While I paid with Form A, there's this Form A in Nigeria where your bank does all your transactions for you. I had a friend in Nigeria who did everything for me. I just gave person money and the person was able to get Form A. The bank took they took the money from the person's account. They opened a pounds account and sent to the school. Right now I've paid all my fees.
Yeah, so Form A is still working. It's taking a little bit longer, but do put that Form A request in, and you can send us confirmation of that.
Some banks are actually very fast. Like banks like Zenith Bank, actually, they're very fast, better off than some other banks. Zenith banks.
Yeah. So we've got lots of time until June, and we have a number of weeks. So don't stress out too much. There's lots of time. The ICRGU CAS process is really quick once we are able to get all of your documentations checked. So there should be no need to defer at this time. You are got plenty time in order to apply and come join us for June. Okay. Hi, David. When you were moving from Nigeria to Aberdeen, what denomination did you have for your currency?
Okay, like I did have I actually made a mistake. I forgot, so I have like some Naira notes with me in my house. Till now, I can't use them. But you can actually have your money in your account. Once you have your Naira in your account, once you get here, you can convert, you can buy from people who sell. There are so many people. Once there'll be a group, you see, some of you will have yourselves to group. Once you get here, there'll be classes. And you can even use I still use my GT Bank ATM right here in Aberdeen, and it works very, very well. I still use my ATMs here.
Yeah, so what we do recommend is when you're traveling is that you do have money available to you via an international bank card and maybe some cash just in case. So what we do say is make sure you check with your bank that you have a Visa, a MasterCard, and you're able to use it internationally. Yeah. There are some banks with daily restrictions that you should be aware of when you are traveling internationally. We also will send you out a pre-departure guide. Because we still have over 2 months until you have to join us, we usually send that out about a month before the start date so that you guys can have a check over what types of things do I need to bring, what should I pack. At the moment, getting used to the weather here in Aberdeen, you want to make sure that you have got plenty of warm clothes, because even though you're arriving in summer, this is not Africa. This is Europe. It is cooler here. David, what's your experience of the weather? Are you accustomed to it now?
Okay, right now I am very used to it. But when I first came in, the cold was serious. Like I had to buy my jacket. The jacket I bought from Nigeria was actually not too good enough. But right now I had to buy a very thick jacket that works well for me. I'm fine.
It's just getting used to it. Soon we're going to find David in shorts and t-shirts on a sunny day, and he will be more than used to it. It just takes some time to get acclimatized to the different environment. And of course, we have lots of shopping options here in Aberdeen too. There's lots of stores. From Primark is probably one of the most popular.
That's one most students use, because almost everything there are very, very cheap.
It's super cheap, and it's easy to get there as well. It's in the city centre. And if anybody, has got any more questions, keep asking them in the chat. But what I'm going to do now is to keep us on time, is to make sure that I share with you some of the information about what to do next. So we've got a couple of things here that I want to talk through, just to make sure that you guys are organized and have that information that you need. So if you are currently sitting on a conditional offer, what you need to do now is you need to ensure that you have met all of the requirements. So you now need to double check if you have a conditional offer, send in those documents. And as I said, within about 7 working days, that's Monday through Friday working days, we'll come back to you with any updates. If you're waiting for an interview, sometimes we have our students that need an interview. We are booking those up as quickly as we can. You will have an interview either with myself or the college principal. And that's usually ensuring that you are fully prepared with your research and you know your modules and what it's like to study here. So once you've met all of your conditions, we're going to send you back an unconditional offer letter. That unconditional offer letter means that you are now able to make your payment for your deposit. In the pre-masters state, you do have to pay for your full pre-masters. And then it's also going to give you all of the details about the year that you're going to transition through to the university. You double check all of your information. It gets you to double check if you want to purchase additional travel insurance. And it also allows you to check that the details and your name is correct and matches your passport. You then complete that and return that to our admissions team, and we will then change you to accepted. So that means that you've made your payment for your pre-masters and you've completed your acceptance form in full, ensuring that all of your details are correct. It's then up to you to start gathering your CAS documents. Now, those are the documents that we are going to check in the first instance to ensure that they are all correct. So we're going to make sure that your finances are in order and that you're using an approved bank statement that meets the UK VI requirements. Once we've checked all of those items, we will send you what's called a provisional or pre-CAS. The pre-CAS is a final check for you, and if you have an agent and helping you, to triple check that we have all of the right pieces of information about you and about your course of study and about any fees that you have paid to the institution already. So we're going to give you that document, allowing you to then make your visa application. Now, I want to tell you, we are now processing CAS for unconditional offer holders, as you know. Some of you already have your CAS and some of you have already undertaken your visa appointment. We are now asking for those applicants who have completed their unconditional offer and sent in their acceptance form to send forward their appropriate bank statements for checking by the admissions and CAS team. And after spring break, we will be giving out CASs by the end of the week. Please note, this year there are no priority or super priority visa appointments available. Everyone will be doing standard visa processing. Don't listen to the rumours. There are usually about 3 weeks of processing time for visas currently in Lagos and Abuja. There are some people that it takes a little bit longer, but at the moment we are more than comfortable with issuing for standard processing to allow students to prepare to travel in plenty time. We have online options for a short time to allow you to wait for your visa should it be delayed. We're telling you now that we still have 2 months, which is plenty time. So now is time to get prepared, get ready, and be early on your visa appointment if you can. It's also really important that you prepare for your visa interview before you make your appointment. So make sure that you know all about the the facilities, have a look at that great virtual tour that David pointed out to you. Go online, check out YouTube, make sure you know your modules and information about what you're going to be studying. I know we had a lot of students here that are going to be studying cybersecurity and information technology. Your pre-masters modules is the same as those management modules that David pointed out earlier. The next thing you're going to have to do is start to prepare for travel. So once you've completed all of your visa documentations, you've put your visa appointment through, you've done your biometrics and done your interview, you want to start preparing for travel. Don't wait until you have your visa in hand to do that. Make sure that you are ready to come when your visa is released. We are teaching face-to-face this June. It is not an online program. It is here in Aberdeen, experiencing the city and the facilities that David pointed out to you, and it's here in person this June. The course enrollment and orientation date is the 13th of June will be the start date, which is the Monday, and then your academics will start on the 20th. So we do ask that you are here and ready to travel by Sunday the 12th. All the students who have an offer for June must travel to the UK and are given a visa to do so. So it's really important that you are prepared to undertake the in-person program this summer. We're going to send you out some pre-departure events, and we're going to have events like this online for you guys to ask those final questions for those that have accepted. And it's also going to give you some insight into how you book your accommodation with RGU and connect with them. So around about 1 month from now, you're going to receive another invitation to come online with me for your pre-departure event. And it gives you information on maybe the things to consider packing. As you can see, the weather is interchangeable here in the UK. It's a beautiful day here on campus in Aberdeen. So now's the time for us to answer some further questions. So hopefully that's given you a little bit more information for you to prepare. To ask some more questions if you're not sure. So let's get that slide up coming. Okay, so a couple more in our Q&A. I've done my interview but not received an unconditional offer till now. Okay, Ola Bodhi, if you would please send a message to me with your ICRGU ID number. That's another one that I will look into for you. At the moment, it does take up to 7 working days for those changes. So if it is within the 7 days, you may find that it is pending. Yeah, so I submitted all my documents for CAS about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so we had spring break last week. So this week we are processing through our CASs. So a team member will be in touch with you this week, Bukola, if you have provided all of your CAS documentation. How true is the information that when I'm going for visa processing, I will be doing interviews again? It's very true. So ICRGU undertakes an interview for admissions here. That interview is a good way for you to understand what the visa interview will look like. We're going to be asking you questions based on your studies, based on your, what program it is that you're going to study, why you've chosen to study here, where the university is, and what's your reasons for choosing here. It's giving you some good practice. So yeah, you will be interviewed most likely during your visa application. After receipt of CAS, how long is it going to take for visa? So we've had some students receive their visa within a week or 2 weeks. Usually the standard processing time is 15 working days. So that's 3 weeks for standard processing time currently internationally. Can one pay for his fees before receiving his unconditional offer letter? Ada, you can, if you choose to do so, make payment. It will make no change to your offer. We won't be able to update your offer any quicker by making payment, but it means that you won't experience a delay. Just be aware that you can't be accepted on payment unconditional. You will still be required to meet all of the conditions as part of your studies. I have a conditional visa. Must be a conditional offer, and I really want to know how to make payment to get admission letter. Okay, so you must have a conditional offer of study. So in order to get an unconditional, you do have to meet all of the conditions that are listed on your offer letter. That might mean WIAC scratch cards, successful completion of interview, an updated CV. Make sure that you have completed all of those items in advance and sent them over. As I mentioned, it is a 7-day working day turnaround at the moment, and we apologize for that delay just due to spring break. What happens in the case of late visa processing? Well, what's great is now we are currently 2 months away. So if you start making arrangements now and completing your conditional offer letters, you should be able to receive CAS in the next week or so. That then means that we have more than enough time in order to process your visa. If your visa is late due to the UK VI delaying your application, or should there be anything out of the ordinary, you will connect with us and let us know straight away. That means that we can start to make arrangements to support you should you be traveling late or if you need a late travel letter. So please do let us know. Oh, Clifford, can I get a refund if my visa is denied? How sad. Why would your visa be denied? What's really important is that you prepare for your visa application in full and you have all the information. And in fact, you've received a lot of it today. But yes, if you are not eligible to travel, you will receive a refund on your studies. Okay, I have paid for fees and receive my unconditional offer. What next would I expect? Okay, so what you need to do is you need to read through your unconditional offer carefully. You then need to sign it and return your acceptance form back to the admissions team, who will then review that everything is correct. They'll then reach out to you and request specific documents for you to supply for us to check for the visa process. So we're going to go and check all those for you, and then we'll help and hold your hand through the visa processing. You then will book your visa appointment and go through your visa appointment process with the UK VI and the embassy. Okay. What if my TB test certificate is having a different UK school address? Can I still use it for RGU? It is required that you should have on there the school and the institution that you're going to be traveling to study at. Your TB test does need to be valid for your time of travel. So my recommendation would be for always getting the correct documentation in place with the correct institution name, and do make sure it's in date. So your TB certificate should be valid for travel. It should be stating the correct institution and should be obviously a negative to show that you're eligible to travel. Can I travel with my family if I'm studying a pre-masters? That's a really good question. ICRGU will only provide information to students on their personal student visa route. As a postgraduate student, you are eligible to apply separately for any dependents that you may wish to travel with you, as it is a postgraduate study. However, I recommend, and the university and a number of institutions recommend, that you secure your visa in the first instance before you attempt to make any travel arrangements or any visa arrangements for anyone else. The number one reason that you are coming to the UK is to study. The number one reason that you want to come here is to better your career and take the opportunity for the pre-masters and the masters. We do not recommend that you make the application for you and all of your family members at the same time. We also state that you must check the policy documentation as required by the UK VI in order to prepare the documents for any dependents. ICRGU can unfortunately not give any guidance for any dependent visas. Okay, my tuition deposit has been confirmed 2 weeks ago. When do I hope to get my CAS? If it was confirmed 2 weeks ago and you have completed your acceptance form and sent that back through to the institution and to admissions, we will reach out to you to request your documentation. You must send in your documentation in the first instance for us to be able to assess and ensure that you have the correct financial documents prepared for your visa application. So I hope that answers some of those questions about CAS. What I'll do is I will stop the recording as well so that we can answer any other questions live.